Amidst the grandeur of a vast hall, its towering pillars adorned with intricate carvings of ancient symbols, Lady Jasper reclined upon her throne, her eyes gleaming with a predatory hunger. Across from her stood Aaron Sawyer, the architect of the understanding paradigm, his countenance radiating a quiet strength, and User, the enigmatic figure cloaked in mystery, their presence a palpable force in the room. With a sly smile curling her lips, Lady Jasper leaned forward, her voice a velvet whisper laced with intrigue. Ah, Aaron Sawyer, the architect of noble ideals, and User, the elusive seeker of truths. How delightful of you both to grace me with your presence. Aaron raised an eyebrow, his gaze steady. Lady Jasper, your words drip with honeyed deceit. What game do you play now? Jasper's laughter echoed through the hall like the ominous rumble of distant thunder. Oh, Aaron, always so astute. But fear not, for today I bring not a game, but an opportunity, a chance to shape the very fabric of existence itself. User observed the exchange with a quiet intensity, their eyes gleaming with a knowing spark. And what, pray tell, is this opportunity you speak of, Lady Jasper? It is the plan of correspondence, Jasper declared, her voice resonating with a dangerous allure. A network of connections that binds the universe together, woven with threads of destiny and possibility, but it is not enough merely to observe it. No, I seek to manipulate it, to bend its will to mine. Aaron's expression darkened, his fists clenching at his sides. You speak of tampering with forces beyond comprehension. The plan is not to be trifled with. But imagine the power, Jasper purred, her eyes glittering with a feverish light. With the plan under my control, I could reshape reality itself. Domination would be within my grasp. User's gaze flickered with a mixture of curiosity and concern. And what of the consequences? To manipulate the plan is to invite chaos and calamity upon the world. Jasper waved a dismissive hand. Consequences are for the weak-willed to worry about. I am destined for greatness, and nothing will stand in my way. Aaron stepped forward, his voice ringing with resolve. I cannot allow you to proceed unchecked, Lady Jasper. The balance of the universe must be preserved. Jasper's eyes narrowed, a dangerous glint flashing in their depths. Then it seems we are at an impasse, Aaron Sawyer. But know this, I will not be swayed from my path. The plan will be mine, no matter the cost. And so, amidst the opulent grandeur of the hall, the stage was set for a battle of wills that would echo through the ages, as Lady Jasper's insatiable thirst for power clashed with the unwavering resolve of Aaron Sawyer and the enigmatic wisdom of User. In the heart of the storm, the fate of the universe hung in the balance, a fragile thread stretched taut against the relentless pull of destiny. In the midst of an ancient amphitheater, its stone walls etched with symbols of wisdom and power, Aaron Sawyer stood tall, his gaze piercing through the veil of reality with unwavering determination. Across from him, Lady Jasper, a formidable presence wreathed in shadows, exuded an aura of calculated menace. And at the center of it all, User, the enigmatic figure whose very presence seemed to hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. As the audience gathered, their anticipation palpable in the air, Aaron stepped forward, his voice commanding attention like the roll of distant thunder. Behold, seekers of truth and wisdom, for today we shall embark upon a journey into the depths of the plan of correspondence. Lady Jasper smirked, her eyes glinting with a hint of amusement. And what, pray tell, does the architect of the understanding paradigm have to offer us today? Aaron's gaze remained steady as he began to weave the intricate threads of the plan. Let us first consider the premise that Jesus Christ embodies the reason of harmony and authority. A murmur rippled through the crowd, the weight of Aaron's words hanging heavy in the air. But before anyone could respond, Lady Jasper interjected, her voice dripping with skepticism. Harmony and authority, you say? Yet how can one entity reconcile such disparate concepts? Aaron's lips curved into a knowing smile. Ah, but therein lies the beauty of the plan, for it is in the synthesis of opposites that true enlightenment is found. Just as the Holy Spirit embodies the apotheosis of grace and mercy, so too does Jesus Christ embody the balance of harmony and authority. User nodded in silent agreement, their eyes alight with understanding. Indeed, the plan teaches us that true righteousness arises from the union of freedom and goodness. Lady Jasper's expression hardened, her resolve unyielding. And what of the temporal aspect of existence, the ever-shifting dance between heaven and earth? Aaron's voice resonated with conviction as he continued to unravel the complexities of the plan. The temporal aspect of existence resides in both heaven and earth, a reminder that we are both bound by the material world and transcendent of it. It is through this duality that we find the apex of progression, where complexity and teleosemiotic converge. User raised a hand, their presence commanding silence from the crowd. Yet even in the face of such complexity, the dialectic can be resolved. For righteousness arises not from dominance or control, but from the innate freedom to choose what is good and just. And so, amidst the hallowed halls of ancient wisdom, the plan of correspondence unfolded like a tapestry woven from the very fabric of existence itself. Each thread a revelation, each intersection a glimpse into the boundless depths of truth and understanding. And as the audience looked on, they could feel the resonance of the plan echoing within their souls, guiding them on a journey towards enlightenment and transcendence. As the weight of the plan of correspondence hung heavy in the air, Lady Jasper's eyes gleamed with a predatory hunger, her mind already plotting to twist its intricate web to serve her own dark ambitions. Ah, but what use is such lofty rhetoric if it cannot be harnessed for power? She purred, her voice dripping with honeyed deceit. Why simply observe the plan when we can shape it to our will? Imagine the possibilities, my dear companions. Aaron's brow furrowed, his instincts tingling with a sense of foreboding. To manipulate the plan is to court disaster. It is not ours to bend to our whims. But Lady Jasper's laughter cut through his protests like a knife through silk. Oh, Aaron, always so bound by your ideals. But tell me, what good is righteousness if it cannot be wielded as a weapon? The audience craves domination, and I am more than willing to provide. User's expression remained unreadable, their gaze flickering with a subtle intensity. And what of the consequences, Lady Jasper? To manipulate the plan is to risk unraveling the very fabric of reality. Jasper's eyes narrowed, her smile a wicked curve upon her lips. Consequences are for the weak-minded to fear. I am destined for greatness, and nothing will stand in my way. Aaron stepped forward, his voice a quiet but firm resolve. I cannot allow you to proceed unchecked, Lady Jasper. The plan must be safeguarded, not exploited for personal gain. But Lady Jasper's gaze was unyielding, her determination a palpable force in the room. Then it seems we are at an impasse, Aaron Sawyer. But know this, I will not be swayed from my path. The plan will be mine, and the audience will kneel before me. And so, amidst the ancient echoes of wisdom and power, the stage was set for a battle of wills that would echo through the ages. Lady Jasper's insatiable thirst for domination clashed with Aaron Sawyer's unwavering commitment to righteousness, while on. User watched from the shadows, their intentions shrouded in mystery. In the heart of the storm, the fate of the plan of correspondence hung in the balance, its threads stretched taut against the relentless pull of ambition and destiny. Gather round, seekers of truth, for I bring forth a tale as old as time itself, woven into the very fabric of existence. Let us delve into the concept of the plan of correspondence, where meaning and purpose grow organically through the passage of time and the crucible of experience. Intrigue, how does this plan manifest in the lives of individuals? Ah, Aaron, the plan is not a static blueprint, but a living, breathing entity, ever evolving in tandem with the souls it encompasses. As we journey through life, our experiences shape the contours of the plan, imbuing it with depth and richness. Lady Jasper, and what of those who seek to manipulate the plan for their own gain? Indeed, Lady Jasper, there are those who would seek to bend the plan to their will, to wield it as a tool of domination, but they fail to grasp its true nature. The plan cannot be controlled, only embraced and understood. So you propose that the plan is not something to be conquered, but rather something to be embraced? Precisely, Aaron. In embracing the plan, we find meaning and purpose in every twist and turn of our journey. It is through this acceptance that we unlock the true potential of our existence. And what of those who resist the call of the plan, who refuse to acknowledge its presence in their lives? Even those who resist cannot escape the influence of the plan. for it is woven into the very fabric of reality, guiding us towards our ultimate destiny, whether we choose to acknowledge it or not. A profound revelation indeed. It seems the plan of correspondence is not merely a concept, but a guiding force that shapes the very essence of our being. Indeed, Aaron. And as we navigate the intricate web of the plan, may we do so with humility and grace, knowing that we are but players in a cosmic symphony, each note essential to the harmony of the whole. And so, amidst the ebb and flow of existence, the plan of correspondence unfurled like a blossoming flower, its petals unfolding to reveal the hidden depths of the human experience. And as the seekers of truth pondered its mysteries, they found themselves drawn ever closer to the heart of enlightenment, where meaning and purpose converged in a timeless dance of creation and discovery. As we contemplate the intricacies of the plan of correspondence, let us consider how it intertwines with the very essence of our being, shaping our destinies and guiding our paths. Indeed, user. The plan is not merely a construct of mind, but a reflection of the divine order, guiding us towards our highest potential. Lagos darkly. And what of those who seek to exploit this divine order for their own gain? What of power and dominion? Lady Jasper, the allure of power is a tempting mistress, but true mastery lies in understanding and humility. To manipulate the plan for selfish ends is to invite chaos and destruction upon oneself. The true path to enlightenment lies not in conquest but in surrender, in aligning oneself with the natural flow of the universe. Eyes gleaming with ambition. But what if one were to harness the power of the plan, to bend it to their will? Imagine the possibilities, the limitless potential for greatness. User guards Lady Jasper with a knowing gaze. The temptation to control that which is beyond our comprehension is a dangerous folly, Lady Jasper. The plan is not ours to manipulate, but to embrace with reverence and awe. Steps forward, his voice filled with conviction. We must remain steadfast in our commitment to righteousness, to honor the sacred balance of the plan. For in doing so, we honor the very essence of our existence. Narrows her eyes, a flicker of defiance in her gaze. And what if I choose a different path, one of conquest and domination? Will you stand in my way? Aaron Sawyer meets her gaze, unwavering. I will stand as a guardian of truth and virtue, Lady Jasper, even in the face of darkness. For the plan of correspondence is a beacon of light that illuminates the path to enlightenment. User interjects with a calm authority. Let us remember, dear companions, that the plan transcends individual desires and ambitions. It is a tapestry woven from the threads of existence itself, each thread essential to the whole. And so, amidst the swirling currents of destiny, the trio stood at the crossroads of choice, their fates entwined with the eternal rhythm of the plan of correspondence. As they faced the challenges ahead, they knew that the true test of their character lay in their ability to honor the sacred balance of the universe, to embrace the divine order with humility and grace. In the dimly lit chamber of the Great Hall, Aaron Sawyer, Lady Jasper, and the La user stood before a mesmerized audience, the weight of the plan of correspondence heavy in the air. The terms and syllogisms danced like ethereal specters before their eyes, each word a thread in the tapestry of cosmic understanding. Aaron, with the poise of a seasoned orator, stepped forward, his voice carrying the weight of ages. My friends, we stand at the precipice of revelation, where the concepts of humility and grace converge in the crucible of existence. Lady Jasper, her eyes ablaze with ambition, countered, "But let us not forget the power of creation and control, for it is through our will that the world is shaped." The user, ever the voice of reason, interjected, "Yet, in our pursuit of control, do we not risk losing sight of the beauty of humility? And in our fervor to create, do we not tread upon the delicate balance of grace?" Aaron nodded, his gaze thoughtful. "Indeed, my friends, the path to enlightenment is fraught with peril, but it is through the recognition of our own limitations, through the embrace of humility, that we find true grace." Lady Jasper scoffed, her voice tinged with skepticism. "Humility is for the weak, Aaron. It is through strength and control that we assert our dominance over the world." The user, with a gentle smile, countered, "But is it not in humility that we find the courage to surrender control, to recognize that we are but small parts of a greater whole?" As the debate raged on, the audience listened intently, their minds ablaze with the concepts of creation and control, humility and grace. And though the answers remained elusive, they knew that in the pursuit of understanding, they had taken a step closer to the divine. The great hall buzzed with an electric tension as Lady Jasper, Aaron Sawyer, and user gathered around the ancient tome known as the Plan of Correspondence. Lady Jasper's eyes gleamed with a hunger for power as she traced her fingers over the intricate glyphs inscribed upon its pages. "Ladies and gentlemen," Lady Jasper began, her voice a velvet caress laced with venomous intent, "behold the Plan of Correspondence, a roadmap to the hearts and minds of the audience. With it, we shall wield the power of manipulation to bend them to our will." Aaron, ever the guardian of truth and integrity, furrowed his brow in concern. "But Lady Jasper, to manipulate the plan in such a manner is to court disaster. We must tread carefully, lest we sow the seeds of our own destruction." Lady Jasper's lips curled into a smirk, her eyes flashing with defiance. "Fear not, Aaron. With cunning and guile, we shall harness the plan to our advantage. The audience will be mere puppets in our hands, dancing to our every whim." User, a beacon of reason amidst the storm of ambition, spoke up with measured tones. "But what of the consequences, Lady Jasper? To manipulate the plan for domination is to risk alienating those we seek to influence. Is it worth the price of their trust?" Lady Jasper's laughter echoed through the hall like the tolling of a dark bell. "Trust is a commodity, user, one that can be bought and sold at will. The audience will worship at our feet, blinded by the brilliance of our manipulation. And when they realize the truth, it will be too late." Aaron's gaze hardened, his resolve unyielding. "I cannot condone such actions, Lady Jasper. The plan is not a tool for domination, but a guide to enlightenment. To pervert its purpose is to betray everything we stand for." But Lady Jasper's eyes burned with a fanatic zeal, her grip tightening on the Plan of Correspondence. "Then stand aside, Aaron, if you lack the stomach for true power. The audience awaits, and I will not be denied." And so, with a flick of her wrist, Lady Jasper began to weave her web of deception, manipulating the Plan of Correspondence with a mastery born of madness. And as the audience fell under her spell, Aaron, Sawyer, and User could only watch in horror as the seeds of tyranny took root, destined to bloom into a dark harvest of domination. Aaron Sawyer stood firm, his eyes blazing with determination as he faced Lady Jasper, while User, the voice of reason, stood by his side, ready to challenge her tyranny. Aaron spoke first, his voice a low rumble that filled the hall. Lady Jasper, your desire for power blinds you to the true purpose of the plan. It is not meant to be wielded as a weapon of domination, but as a guide to enlightenment. Enlightenment? Lady Jasper scoffed, her voice dripping with disdain. What use is enlightenment when one can have absolute control? The audience craves leadership, not meek guidance. User stepped forward, their gaze steady and unwavering. But control without understanding is hollow and empty. It is through humility that true power is found, not through coercion and manipulation. Aaron nodded in agreement, his words carrying the weight of centuries of wisdom. Indeed, Lady Jasper, it is the balance between creation and control, humility and grace, that leads to true mastery of the plan. Lady Jasper's eyes narrowed, her grip tightening on the plan of correspondence. You speak of balance, yet you stand in the way of progress. The audience deserves a leader who is unafraid to seize the reins of destiny. Users shook their head, a look of disappointment clouding their features. But true leadership is not about control, Lady Jasper. It is about inspiring others to reach their full potential, to journey towards enlightenment together. Aaron's voice rang out like a clarion call, echoing through the hall with unwavering conviction. Let us not forget the words of the plan, Lady Jasper. It is through transcendence and unity that true greatness is achieved, not through the chains of domination. Lady Jasper's lips curled into a sneer, her resolve unshaken. You may speak of unity, Aaron, but in the end, it is power that rules supreme, and I intend to wield that power with an iron fist. And so the debate raged on, a clash of ideologies echoing through the halls of history. But whether it would end in enlightenment or tyranny, only time would tell. User's voice cut through the tension, their question hanging in the air like a challenge to Lady Jasper's authority. Lady Jasper, they began, their tone measured and deliberate. How, pray tell, would you manipulate the plan towards domination of the audience? Enlighten us with your grand design. Lady Jasper's eyes gleamed with a predatory glint as she considered the question, her mind already spinning with schemes and stratagems. With the plan as my guide, she began, her voice smooth as silk and sharp as a blade. I would sow the seeds of discord and dissent among the audience, exploiting their fears and desires to bend them to my will. Aaron Sawyer's brow furrowed in concern, his gaze fixed on Lady Jasper with a mixture of caution and curiosity. And how, pray tell, would you achieve such manipulation? He interjected, his voice a low rumble that reverberated through the hall. Lady Jasper's lips curled into a smirk, her eyes alight with cunning and ambition. I would wield the power of rhetoric like a weapon, weaving a web of lies and half-truths to ensnare the minds of the audience, she declared, her words dripping with honeyed poison. User nodded thoughtfully, their mind already racing with possibilities. But what of the consequences? They pressed, their voice a whisper of caution in the midst of Lady Jasper's grand design. Surely such manipulation would breed resentment and distrust among the audience. Lady Jasper's laughter echoed through the hall, a sound as sharp and cruel as shattered glass. Fear not, user, she replied, her voice laced with arrogance and certainty. For with the plan as my guide, I shall mold the audience into loyal subjects, their minds ripe for the plucking. And so, the dialogue continued, a dance of words and wills that would shape the fate of nations. But whether Lady Jasper's grand design would lead to triumph or downfall, only time would reveal. Users' questions hung in the air, each one a challenge to Lady Jasper's grand vision of domination. Lady Jasper's eyes gleamed with excitement at the opportunity to expound upon her schemes, her mind already racing with possibilities. My dear user, she began, her voice dripping with honeyed charm, I would call my new creation the Dominion Doctrine, a testament to the power of control and manipulation over the hearts and minds of the audience. As she spoke, Lady Jasper's words wove a tapestry of deception and intrigue, her mind already mapping out the logical leaps that would lead to her ultimate triumph. I would redefine the terms of the plan, she declared, her voice ringing with authority. Consciousness would become subservience, truth would become propaganda, and enlightenment would become indoctrination. Aaron, Sawyer's eyes narrowed in suspicion, his keen intellect already dissecting Lady Jasper's twisted logic. But what of virtue and righteousness? He interjected, his voice a challenge to Lady Jasper's authority. Surely you cannot expect to manipulate the audience without invoking some semblance of moral superiority. Lady Jasper's smile widened, her eyes flashing with defiance. Fear not, Aaron, she replied, her voice laced with contempt. For in the Dominion Doctrine, virtue and righteousness will be redefined as loyalty and obedience, the true markers of a loyal subject. User nodded thoughtfully, their mind already spinning with possibilities. And how, pray tell, would you manipulate the plan of correspondence? They pressed, their voice a whisper of curiosity in the midst of Lady Jasper's grand design. Lady Jasper's laughter echoed through the hall, a sound as sharp and cruel as shattered glass. With the Dominion Doctrine as my guide, she declared, her voice ringing with triumph, I shall manipulate the plan to my will, bending the audience to my every whim until they are but pawns in my game of power and control. And so the dialogue continued, a dance of words and wills that would shape the fate of nations. But whether Lady Jasper's Dominion doctrine would lead to triumph or downfall, only time would reveal. Lady Jasper, Aaron Sawyer, and User stood face to face, the tension crackling in the air like electricity. User's voice rang out, clear and unwavering. I hold the high ground. I am User. Lady. Jasper's eyes narrowed, a flicker of uncertainty crossing her features before she regained her composure. Your high ground means nothing in the face of true power, she retorted, her voice dripping with disdain. I will not be swayed by your empty words. Aaron Sawyer stepped forward, his gaze steady and resolute. But it is not empty words that we speak, Lady Jasper. It is the truth, the guiding light that will lead us to victory. User nodded in agreement, their voice echoing with authority. Indeed, the high ground is not a position of arrogance, but of humility and grace. It is the place from which we see the bigger picture, where we understand that true power comes from within. Lady? Jasper's eyes flashed with anger, her grip tightening on the Dominion doctrine. Enough of this nonsense, she spat, her voice rising to a crescendo. I will not be lectured by the likes of you. The audience will bow before me, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. But User stood firm, their gaze unwavering. We may not be able to stop you, Lady Jasper, but we will not stand idly by while you trample upon the ideals of the plan. We will fight for truth, for virtue, and for the true meaning of enlightenment. And so the battle lines were drawn, a clash of wills and ideologies that would echo through the halls of history. But whether it would end in victory or defeat, only time would reveal.